This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So far, what we observed, like metal master completely. So how to create a metal master means the master data. Already we step into the master data. In master data, so already we discussed some couple of sessions. Okay. The master data is a superior data. In fact, it is most important in any kind of projects here. Whether it's implementation or so we have different kind of projects here. So this master data, everybody should know how to create, how to change, how to display the master data, how to see the display changes. Okay, so what are the important tables, important fields of the master data we need to discuss. Okay, so you need to aware. In real time, the master data will be provided. So initially, we need to provide a template that this already we discussed. Okay, regarding this, based on these templates, they will fill the template and they will given to us. So here we need to upload, we need to present the master data. That the classes we are going to see in real-time classes how to upload the master data. But mainly, so we need to observe the material master here. Okay. The material master is the highest integration data. So where we can see so in MM01 transaction period. So we observed so the creation of the metal master and change and display changes, flag for deletion of the metal master. Okay, so one is for create, two is for change, and three is for display. Okay, so these are all master data we observed here. Okay, so and also we discussed in the metal master, the material type is the main control parameter. Okay, so the SAP has given some standard material types like ROH. Okay, so raw material. Okay, HALB, semi-finished. Okay, so finished material FERT. Okay, so NLG, non-stack material. Okay, so UNBW. Okay, like non-violated. These are standard material types is there. Okay, but in real time, whenever okay, so first of all we need to understand whether we are able to map with the standard material types or not. If we are able to map with the standard material types, okay. Otherwise, we need to copy from the existing material type and we need to create a new material type. Okay, so this new material type you need to create copying from the existing material type. Okay, that's all. Also, we'll see in master data customization here. But mainly, we need to observe the complete metal master. There are most of the areas metal master is going to control by the material type that we'll see. And here, what are the parameters that we observe? Number assignment. Whether I want internal, external, field selection, selection views, price control indicators, all this is going to control by the material type. But apart from this material type, we have some other parameters also controlled by the metal master here. So this also we'll see here. Okay. But today, and also we observe tables also here, like Mara is a general data of the metal master. Okay. So Marcy, okay. So Marcy like purchasing data or plant data, MERD plant and store location data, MBEW accounting data, MBKE sales data, MAKT material description. So all the organization data tables we observed and metal master tables also we observed. So there is a transition code AC16. The AC16 is the transition code. So where we can okay so see the okay it means so table. So if you want to see any table, we need to go to AC16 here. Okay. So this also we observed. But today we need to discuss about some important fields in the metal master. Okay. So what are the important fields in the metal master? We'll discuss in today's session. Okay. So let me go to log on page. So I think already the server is on. Okay. Once again, we'll observe MM01 to create metal master. So go to any material. So whether raw material or so I need to select the industry sector and material type. Selection views. So already by default. So mostly I'll go to basic MMS. That's what I selected by default settings here. Okay. So in further classes we have integration like MMPP will select MRPUs, MMSD. This already we discussed here. Now go to org levels where I'm going to create in 1000 plant and triple zone installation. Okay. So simply click on continue. So this is the plant actually here. Okay, so I go in the plant and store location here. So here I need to fill the mandatory field. Okay, this is the test material. So test material. Okay, so something you need to enter the test material, but in real time, so everything will be provided by the okay. So your client people here. So what is the name of the material? So what is the specification of the material? Everything they will provide you. So here enter the base unit of measure. So now let us discuss about what is base unit of measure. The base unit of measure is a stock keeping unit. So in arc data also we observed some fields you have drop down values here. In drop down, say SAP is already maintained the possible values. The SAP is already maintained. So same like base unit of measure also. If I open the base unit of measure, so all the base unit of measures is there. But we don't know. So completely, sorry, all the information. So all the fields information will be provided by client only. But based on the template, they will fill. So we need to upload the master data. But mainly we discuss the base unit of measurements. So the base unit. Okay. Base unit of the base unit of measure means simply, so it is a stock keeping unit. It is a stock keeping unit. So all the materials we are not keeping in the same unit, right? Some materials I am keeping in grams, some materials I am keeping in kilograms, some materials I will measure in liters. Okay, some materials I will measure in each. So this like based on the material nature, so they will inform us the base unit of measure is stock keeping unit. But against this base unit of measure, we have some alternate units is also there here. So what are those alternate units here? One is a order unit here. One is a order unit. So where exactly this order unit is available? Order unit is available in purchasing view of the metal master. Order unit is available in purchasing view of the metal master. Okay. Next one, okay, unit of issue. Next one is a unit of issue. So where exactly this unit of issue? The unit of issue is available in general plant store location. In general plant store location view, the unit of issue is available. Okay. So here unit of issue is available in general plant store location view. Okay. So here order unit is available. Okay. So in unit of issue is general plant store location. Order unit is available in purchasing view. And apart from this, one more unit is there, that is sales unit here. So where exactly the sales unit is available? The sales unit is available in sales view. And WM unit here. So one more unit is there, that is a WM unit. Right. So let us discuss about base unit of measure. Okay. Now let's see. In initial classes we discussed the master data, not only the the sales module, SD module, FICO finance module, production module, quality module. So different functional modules is there. So each and every module, the respective module they need to understand. Okay, they need to maintain by the respective module people. For we have metal master, vendor master. So going forward, we'll discuss info record, source list, all these masters. Okay. So one important thing we discussed here, completely project. In fact, total any kind of projects will be drive based on the metal master. Why? Because the metal master is going to maintain by the so many user departments here. So that's what the metal master is the highest integration data here. So every okay, so business cycle, not only metal management. Okay, so business process, even though sales, production, so all the user departments depends upon the metal master here. Okay, this already we discussed here. Now coming to the base unit of measure. See, if you go for industry, when you are going to map from non-SAP system to SAP system, okay. So the materials, what are the materials? How many number of materials? So maybe some 60,000, 70,000. Some industry they have some 40,000 materials will be there. But all the materials based on measure will not be same. And also some few materials. As per my experience here, let us see. So out of 100%, let us say 80 to 90% materials your base unit of measure and other alternatives will be remain same, but some few percent of materials your base unit of measure and your alternatives will be different here. Okay, your base unit of measure is different, your alternatives will be different here. So this is most important here. Okay, so as we are saying, base unit of measure is stock keeping unit here, but what is meant by order unit here? Order unit means, so I'm keeping as a kg, but when I am go to the order, so if I'm going to order to the vendor, so I'm going with in box. One box contains 20 kg. Example. Okay. So your order unit is box. So your base unit of measure is kg. Example, my base unit of measure is kg, but I am going order in boxes or each. Did you understand? Okay. So if I mention blank, your base unit of measure is equal to kg only. Order unit means when I am purchasing this material, I am purchasing in box, but I am keeping in kg only. The same way unit of issue. So if I am issuing in the stores, so if any different unit, I need to mention. If I am giving the sales to the customers, I need to maintain the different unit or not here. So wherever it is blank, the program is written. Your wherever it is blank, your base unit of measure equal to your order unit here. The same way WM unit also here. Okay. Let us show you practically. Okay. So the base unit of measure I mentioned some kg. Okay. Time being I'll mention the material group also. Now where exactly you will find order unit? Order unit is available in purchasing view. Order unit is available where exactly? Order unit is available in purchasing view. Okay. So please understand carefully here. So here the base unit of measure is kg. If I mention blank here, so what we discussed out of 100%, so there are 80 to 90% materials. Your base unit of measure and all the alternates will be remain same. Please make it underline. So your base unit of measure and all alternatives will be remain same here. But some few percent of materials, your base unit of measure is different, your order unit is different, and rest of the units also here. So what is meant by order unit here? Suppose if I mention gram example. So what is the meaning here? Let us discuss about only this for this material. This material you uploaded or you created. Okay. So your base unit of measure is kg. Means you are keeping this material into kg kilograms. But when you are going to order to the vendor, you are giving order in grams. You are giving the order how many grams you require. Whether example I am saying. So 1000 grams or 2000 grams or 5000 grams or 10 grams here. So before when you are creating pivot. Okay, so whenever you are giving the order to the vendor, the system will come and it will cross check. If it is order unit is blank, the system will take. If order unit is blank, so what the system will take? The system will take kg. If order unit is gram, the system will ask you gram here. So this is what order alternate units here. Okay, the base unit of measure alternate units here. If I mention gram here, meanwhile let me check other alternate here. If I go to this is actually general plant store location view. General plant store location view unit of issue here. Okay, order unit of issue, and another alternate is what? So if I selected WM unit will be there. If I selected sales unit will be there. Now again I will come to the purchasing view. In purchasing view, if I mention the grams here, okay, if I mention the grams, so just now we discussed here. So when you are creating PO, the system will ask how many number of grams you require. If it is blank kg here, so if you click on continue, the system will not ask anything here. Okay, so here it is a universal factor here. So where exactly it will store this information? So if I go to additional data of the metal master, in additional data of the metal master, if I go to unit of measurement, so 1 kg is equals to 1 kg is equals to how many grams? Everybody knows 1000 grams here. 1 kg is equals to 1000 grams here. Because it is a universal factor. But sometimes, okay, some few materials, okay, so if I'll come to purchasing view, so here if I mentioned in each example, if I mentioned each here, so one each is equals to how many number of kgs here. Okay, so please try to understand. So if it is a universal factor, the system will convert. Example 1 kg is equals to 1000 grams. It is a universal factor. But some factors, so client to client it will be different. So 1 each is equal to 1 box example. 1 each is equals to I am keeping 25 kg. So as per my client point of view, 1 each is equals to 25 kg. Okay. So I am mentioning the conversion factor here. So this is the way they will inform you. Only out of 100%, how many number of percent of material? Hardly some 5 to 10% of materials. Your base unit of measure and alternate units will be different. If it is a universal factor, system will convert. If it is a non-universal factor, the system will ask the conversion. You need to mention these conversion factor will store in additional data of the metal master. So 1 each is equals to 25 kg. Okay, let us will closer to this. Okay, now I am the end user. I am the end user. I am procuring this raw material 15448. If I am trying to create a PO, so your system will ask here. Your system will ask how many number of eaches you require. If I mention 2 eaches, means tell me how many number of kgs you are procuring indirectly. 50 kg of material you are procuring. If it is blank, okay, how many number of kgs it will ask. If it is each year, the system will ask. So if you mention 2 eaches means indirectly you are procuring, you are ordering to the vendor 50 kg of material. So this conversion factor also, okay. So if I created a PO, in the PO screen it will appear here. 1 each is equals to how many number of kgs it will appear here. So this is what base unit of measure and it alternatives. I hope everybody is understood, right? So Lakshmi and Rajesh, Yamuna and Yashasvi, is it clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Once can you go to unit of measure? I mean, this
What is it?
additional data. Can you go to additional data?
Okay. So if I go to additional data,
Units of measure.
okay. So what is it? Okay.
Units of measure.
Unit of measure, 1 each is equals to 25 kg.
Okay. Can we not say like 0.001 grams is equal to kg like that?
I'm not getting HSC. 1 gram is equals to.
I mean, can we not convert it here like 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams, something like that?
Yes, yes. So already it is showing, right. 1 kg is equals to 1000 grams.
Okay, it will show as point 1.000.
Okay, okay. See here in German,
Hmm.
point means comma and
Okay.
comma means point.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay. I
Okay.
think Yamuna knows. Okay.
Yeah, yes,
So
sir.
here
Okay.
1
Now I
kg is
understand.
equals to 1000 grams means in German. So point means comma, comma means point.
Point, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Right. So next we'll come to here. Now we'll discuss some of so video. One. Right. Give me a second here. I think that lose connection number. It lose connection. You are able to see my screen, right? Yamuna, Yashasvi, Lakshmi.
Yes, sir. We are able to see.
Some here some monitor is not appearing. If you again you restart it, right? Restart it. Huh? Webcam is open. Webcam. Use new. Not is clear. Okay, leave it. HR. You are also able to see, right? Okay. So next, the base unit of measure. So we observed again is the base unit of measure. Couple of alternate units we observed. Next, we need to go to the material group here. So what is the material group? Next fields we will discuss about material group. So what is this material group here? See this material group also. If I come to base unit of measure, again is after the base unit of measure, the material group here. Okay. So what is material group? Okay. So what is the use of this material group? Okay. So everything we need to discuss here. If I open the drop down, okay, it's a training system is a public server. You will find there are 287 entries. So n number of material groups is there. But in real system, in the implementation pack, you will come completely you will find 0 of 0. So as consultant, you need to define the material groups. As consultant, you need to define the material groups. But before going to define the material groups, okay, so what is this material group? The material groups. So actually we are grouping the same attributes of the materials. We are grouping same attributes of the materials. So what is the use of this material group? The material groups will be used in FI auditing purpose. The material groups will be used in FI auditing purpose. The material groups will be used in FI auditing purpose. Okay. So now let us see. So what are the material groups here? Okay. Now if I come to here, so if I open, there are n number of material groups will be there. Okay. Like metal processing, steels, steel sheets, electronics. Okay. So we have different material groups. Okay. So now once again, if you review the definition, what is material group? So we are grouping the same attributes of the materials. We are grouping same attributes of the material for, okay, so these material groups is used in FI auditing purpose. Means as a MM consultant, okay, so we need to identify, okay, so all the steels into one group. So all the electrons into one group. So this nomenclature and text, everything will be provided. But we need to identify total how many number of material groups they are using. They are using 5, 10, 20, 25. What are the material groups they are using? So suppose if the user is creating or uploading, if it is steel, you need to select here. The steel may be a raw material, the steel may be a finished material, the steel may be a packing material, the steel may be a spare part here. If it is steel, we need to select this material group here. So once again, the material group means we are grouping the same attributes of the material. So these material groups, okay. So where we'll create this material groups here, okay. So now follow this path, okay. Wherever, so already I told you. So you please maintain your own notes here. I have some couple of soft copies in there. I'll provide you. It's better you need to maintain your own notes here. SPRO, SAP reference IMG, okay. Come to, okay. So here the last six general, okay. SPRO, SAP reference IMG, where we'll define these material groups. SPRO, SAP reference IMG. Under the last six general, again, what is happening here? Why is disconnecting like this here? So Metal Master. So SPRO, SAP reference IMG, last external, Metal Master. Let us go with without this. Okay. So Metal Master. In Metal Master, okay, setting for the key fields. Setting for the key fields. Define metal groups. Define metal groups here. So if I go to define metal groups here, okay. So now, so what we observed metal groups, we are grouping same attributes of the material, which is useful FI auditing purpose. So the finance people audit based on the material group here. But it's a trading system, right? I can able to create my own material group. But in real system, just to go to new entries. So in initial classes, already I shown you business blueprint here. Okay. So in the business blueprint, we need to record. So you are the consultant here. So you're working some XYZ company. So they will give you nomenclature and they will give the description. So it is a steel. Okay. So see like 1, 2, 3, for example, and it is a steel here. So whenever the user is creating or uploading, if it is a steel, so you need to select under this material group here. So the nomenclature, everything will be provided by the client. So if I create a new material group, suppose now I'm creating some ZZ12. So test material group. Okay. So, example, it is a steel. Okay. So whatever the material group you created, it will come here. Now go to find button. So automatically this will come. Test material. Right. So finally, the material group is actually we are grouping the same attributes of the materials. So these material groups will be used in FI auditing purpose. So whenever the user is creating or uploading, so all the steels into one group, so all the electronics, okay, so into one group like this. Now, what is my old material number and what is my external material group? So this also you need to understand more carefully. Old material number. You know, the SAP is allocated the maximum 18 characteristics here. For a material number, what is the length here? 18 char. 18 char. But some clients they want 4 char, some clients they want 6 digits, some clients they want 9 digits. Okay, so this we'll see in customization classes. But this old material number means what? Suppose if any company since from 20 years they are using other ERP, today they are switching to the SAP. But 20 years, okay, so they are using Oracle system example. So now they are planning to switch to the SAP, but the users long, so n number of times, okay, so they are using this material codes, vendor codes here. They are habituated. Immediately, if they see that material code, immediately they will say this material is this. Okay, so some few clients they require old material number because whenever you are mapping non-SAP to the SAP system, in your new SAP system, the material code will be changed here. So your material codes, everything will be changed, right? So the old material number they required old material number here. So suppose now previous ERP system, this material code is A123. So you can, so if client requires their previous material number, you can able to facilitate. So why is they required? Because easily they can identify this material. So the same way, the previous material groups also they required, we can able to provide here. It's about old material number and so previous material groups here. So the SAP is the ocean, so we don't require. So all the fields, whatever the important fields, let me discuss. Okay. Next, division, actually it is not related to us. Okay, so this divisions will be prepared by the division will be maintained by the SD people. But even though we have MMSD integration is there, further classes, so we'll discuss. Division means what kind of product here. The division means what kind of product here. Okay, so here this is the SD relevant field here. Okay, but we have MMSD integration. We'll discuss. Next, the cross plant material status here. So what is this cross plant material status? Okay. The cross plant material status means what? The cross plant material status. So generally we have two material status here. So this is cross plant material status is available in basic data one view. And if I open in purchasing view also, we have material status in there. If I open the same parameters, you'll observe. So these are the parameters here: 0102 BP KA something here. But if I come to the basic data one view also, if I come to basic data one view also, you will find the same material status here. If I open the values, it will be remain same 0102. First of all, what is material status? So in SAP, okay, in Material Master, we have two material status here. So material status, how many number of material status here? So the material status are two types here. The first one is a cross plant here. The first one is a cross plant material status. Where exactly it is available? In basic data one view. In basic data one view, in basic data one view it is available. The second one is a plant specific here. Okay. The plant specific material status. So in plant specific material status available. In purchasing view of the Material Master, it is available. Okay. In purchasing. So first of all, what is cross plant material status and what is a plant specific material status? Cross plant is available in basic data one view. Plant specific is available in purchasing view. But we are seeing the same options here. We are seeing the same options here. If I come to basic data one view, if I open, so this actually not only the purchasing people, this cross plant material status and plant specific material status will be used the other module people also here, like production people also will be used, SD people also. The production people, so they will use like they want to stop, so they will use some block for a bill of material. The costing people also, but actually as so you should use only this indicator BP. What is by BP here? So blocked for purchasing here. So this indicator only we need to use here. So what will happen here? If I selected this indicator, so you don't need to worry about further other indicators, because these indicators will be used by other production people, sales people, costing people. But as so you should know about BP. So BP means blocked for purchasing here. Okay. So in which case we'll use this indicator in the basic data one, and also the same indicator is available in purchasing. We observed plant specific material status is also available. Here also we have indicator is BP. Okay. This indicator is BP. But in which case we'll go to the cross plant material status and in which case in purchasing. If I come to basic data one view, if I use this indicator, now here we need to understand more carefully. Okay, suppose this is the raw material, 15448 is the raw material. Okay, so this material, so you have a company code. Under the company code you have three plants. So what are the three plants here? I have a plant in Hyderabad, I have a plant in Bangalore, I have a plant in Pune. So all are means this material is available in all the plants. Hyderabad plant is also this material is available. In Bangalore plant is also the same material is available. In Pune plant also the same material is available. So when actually this basic data one and basic data two, in fact, these are client level data. Means what is the meaning clearly? So if I selected this indicator, okay, so the complete procurement will be stopped in all these plants. So this particular material in Hyderabad plant, Bangalore plant, and Pune plant, user is not able to create a PO. The procurement will be stopped here. So if I selected here, indicator as a BP here, okay, so means it will work at immediately client level. So generally when this phenomenon will happen here, so in like sometimes what happened here, this particular material is available in three plants, all the three plants have enough stock. Next 3 months I don't require the material. Unnecessarily the users are creating the material, the vendor is dispatching. So I want to stop. Okay, I want to start at client level, so I need to select this indicator. And also from which date onwards you want to stop. Valid from is there, right? Against this indicator valid from, immediately calendar will be open. So with immediate effect, from today onwards you want to stop, or tomorrow onwards you want to stop, you can select the calendar. From this particular date onwards, immediately the either purchasing people also, they are not able to provide this, only this material, not any other material. In the plant we have a number of raw materials will be there. This material immediately it will be stopped here. So generally when we will go this indicator, if all the plants in 3 plants total in company code 3 plants, all the 3 plants have enough stock, I need to use this indicator here. Okay, so this is the first one here. Now what is, so the material status, we have 2 material status we discussed here. One is cross plant material status, basic data view. Another one is plant specific material status, purchasing view. I think already you understood, right? So what is this plant specific material status here? So if I go to plant specific material status, okay, so this particular material, the same material in 1000 plant only. So this 1000 plant is Hyderabad plant. In Hyderabad plant only, I want to stop the procurement line. I want to restrict the procurement in Hyderabad plant. From which date onwards, you can give the date also. So which means what happened here? The procurement will be continued in Bangalore plant as a Pune plant, only in a particular Hyderabad plant. My Hyderabad plant code is 1000 here. Okay. So this is the meaning of plant specific material status here. So for all the plants, it should be in basic data one view. At a particular plant, the plant specific material status means purchasing view of the material master here. So this is what we need to discuss here. So far we discussed basic of measure. Okay. So here we discussed about material group. Class 1 on the 5 minutes of this. Okay. So here material group. So here and also we discussed cross material status and gross weight net weight here. So this actually, what is gross weight net weight here? See, some materials is the weight relevant here. Okay, so I want to calculate what is the weight of this while I'm transporting. Okay, and also if my stores is assigned with warehouse number, so I want to calculate in my bin capacity. So the materials, okay, like the solid materials, so I need to maintain what is the gross weight net weight here. If I unless if I mention any number, so I must mention the weight unit here. What is my gross weight? So if material relevant, okay, so if I want to maintain weight units, so I need to maintain my what is the gross weight of this material, what is the net weight of the material. If it is a liquid materials, I need to mention the value units here. So it is the client requirement. The client wants to maintain the weight relevant, so you need to enter here. And EAN is actually European article number. So mostly there is no product here. So for rare products here, EAN, European article number. So finally, the basic data 1, basic data 2, the basic information of the material. If I come to the purchasing view, in purchasing view, we'll discuss some other parameters here. And one more important actually, so all these parameters, whatever we're discussing, it is not applicable for only particular material. The material to material, it will be different here. Okay, so these parameters here. If I come to basic data, the purchasing group already we discussed here. So now tell me, what is purchase group? Is a singular group of buyer who is responsible here. Why the purchase group? So the purchase group is arc element we discussed, right? So why the purchase group is here? The purchase group actually, so this particular group, buyer group, so mostly will procure this material. So I can define the purchase group here. So he is responsible. So while you are creating PO, so automatically, so this purchase group will be adapted here while you are creating PO here. Next, already we discussed transport material status variant from here. The quality free discount in kind here. So what is quality free discount in kind? Some materials we are getting some discounts. Some materials we are getting discount. Okay. So if it is eligible for the discount, like discount means like so vendors giving the discount, or sometimes some buy one get one offers. So if I am procuring 100 pieces, the vendor will give some 5 pieces free of cost. So if we are eligible, so we need to eligible discount in kind of purchasing you need to select here. This is simple. Some fields easily you can able to understand here. Okay. And also tax indication of the material. So what is this tax indication of the material? So the MM and SD modules. The MM module is closely integrated with the purchasing department. The SDs both are quite opposite modules. So always as MM module, so we are procuring the material from the different suppliers here. When I'm procuring, so all the materials I am not going to pay to the tax. Some materials I will not pay any tax, but some materials I need to pay the tax if GST is applicable or not. So I need to mention the tax information. Sometimes it may be off tax or full tax or no tax. I need to mention tax indication. So all this information will be provided by the client people here. Okay, in the template we need to upload here simply. Next, what is automatic PO? The automatic PO is one of the important concept, not today, but after completion of the master data, during the business process process, we'll discuss about automatic PO. So before that, actually, what is the transition code automatic PO? ME59N. ME59N is a automatic creation of the purchase order from the requisition here. Okay, so this is ME59N. First of all, let us discuss. So what is automatic PO? So automatic PO means automatic PO or auto PO, automatic purchase order. In general, what happened here? So the users manually they will create a PO. In the industries, the purchasing department people, the users or buyers, they will create a PO manually here. But the SAP is given some one provision. So you no need to create a PO by the user every time manually. If you maintain some conditions, if you maintain some steps in SAP system, the system will automatically create a PO. This you can maintain background job also. So background job means every 3 hours the job has to run, or every 4 hours. Okay. So this actually we will discuss in detail. So what is exactly the automatic creation of the so PO here? But if I want to generate automatic PO, so we need to maintain some settings here in Material Master. What are the materials? All the materials. I need to select auto PO indicator. The same way vendor master also. But okay, we'll discuss in detail. Don't worry. It's automatic PO. Excuse me. Next, we need to observe the batch management here. What is this batch management? The batch management is also one of the important topic here. So we have 2 sessions is related to batch management. Not only 1 session, we have some 2-3 sessions is there. So here, when after completion of the so here business process procedures, so we need to discuss about the batch management here. But now, why this batch management indicator is available? So they have given why the batch management indicator is given. Okay, so this batch management indicator. So the client people will inform you, which materials they want to maintain the batches here. They have a couple of materials. They have a number of raw materials, semi-finished material, finished material. Which material they want to maintain batches? For those materials, we need to select the batch management indicator here. Okay. So here, if I selected batch management indicator, which means you are giving the direction to the system. This material I need to maintain the batches here. Okay. So whenever you are receiving the material, if you are issuing the material, the system automatically allocate the batch here. So from where exactly the system is allocating the batch, so everything we'll discuss in detail. So meanwhile, just you need to keep in your mind the batch management indicator. So procedure, so is applicable. If this particular material is applicable, we need to select here. If I have not selected batch management here, so this material without batch you can manage here. While you are receiving or while you are issuing, so we no need to worry about the batch here. So simply we are issuing, we are receiving here. But if I select the batch management, this material, if I am receiving, so automatically system will generate the batch here. If I'm issuing, so from which batch I'm issuing here, everything should be batch relevant here. So this we'll discuss here. But with the help of this batch management, so we have a lot of advantage, and mostly, especially the pharma industries, chemical industries, food industries. Apart from this, all the industries they are using, but these are the industries more number of materials. So you can trace out when it is the manufacturing, when it is going to expire, what is the what we called again, what is the shelf-life date of the material for testing purpose. There are a lot of advantages there. We'll discuss in detail. So this is about batch management here. Okay. Now see how you will come to know here. So which materials they want to maintain the batches here. Who will provide? Your client people will provide you. So they have some, as we discussed, they have all together in the stores. They have some 60,000 materials. In these 60,000 materials, so they are using some roughly some 9,000 materials they are using batch management here. So all this list of materials they will provide you while you are uploading. However, we are not creating manually these materials, right? We are uploading here. When you are uploading, you need to select this indicator. If I select it, so automatically you are giving the direction. This material I need to maintain the batches here. So this is what so we need to observe. Next, we need to discuss about the purchasing value key. So what is this purchasing value key? So how to handle this purchasing value key? We need to see in this. Okay, the purchasing value key is a reminder key. The purchasing value key is a reminder key. Let us discuss about purchasing value. Purchase value. So what is this purchase value key? The purchase value key is a reminder key. So what is the use of this purchasing value key? Suppose if I am creating PO today, what is the date? Today date here Today is 19th September here. Okay, so suppose now I am the user. So I created a PO in the system, and I required some material X. When I required some 5th October, I required this material. Example. So before this 5th October, I need to remind to my vendor system here. I need to remind to the vendor system. So if you want to remind which materials you want to remind, for those materials, you need to maintain this purchasing value here. Okay. So here, once you created a PO, so if you have not maintained the purchasing value key, reminder will not go to the vendor system here. Okay. So if I mention the reminder key, so what are the reminder keys? There are a couple of reminder keys is there. If I selected some 3 as a purchasing value key, example. So after first reminder will go after 5 days, the second reminder will go after 10 days, and third reminder will go after 15 days. These are the reminder key. So based on, so not for all the materials, some materials you need to maintain the reminders. So if you want to maintain the reminders, you need to assign the purchasing value key to this material. So whenever my user is creating PO, so automatically after creation, today I created. So after 5 days, the reminder will go to the vendor. You're supposed to deliver here. So how the reminder will go? So we have some output determination. One topic is there, whether it has to reminder in mail. Okay, so how the reminder has to forward here. So simply, so you are booking movie tickets in Book My Show, right? Everybody, they are using this Book My Show. Immediately you are getting a mail, message confirmation, your show, date, time, everything, seat number, everything, right? The same way in SAP also, the purchasing value key is a reminder key which reminds to your vendor system. Okay, so where I can define, can I able to create new purchasing value key is possible or not? Yes, easily we can able to create a purchasing value key under this navigation path. What is the navigation path? Okay, so let me go to the navigation path where we'll define the reminder key. Okay. So go to SPRO, wherever the possibility I will show you. Go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG. Now come to Materials Management. SPRO, SAP reference IMG, Materials Management. In Materials Management, you go to Purchasing. In Purchasing, okay, so go to your Metal Master here. So SPRO IMG, Materials Management. In Materials Management, you need to go to Purchasing. In Purchasing, you need to go to the Metal Master. In Metal Master, you need to define the purchasing value keys here. So I'm going to define the purchasing value keys here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. So these are the different purchasing value key. So I want to create new purchasing value key. So simply go to new entries. So I want to create new purchasing value key as a 7. My first reminder has to go after 2 days. The second reminder has to go after, example, 7 days. Okay. The third reminder has to go after 10 days, example. And even though I can mention tolerance key here, this tolerance key also we'll discuss here. So 10%, 10% here. If you click on save, the system is from the transport request. If you click on continue, so now you come back here. Now whatever the purchasing value key I defined here, this purchasing value key updated or not, we need to observe. Yes, it is updated. Okay. So the 7 has a purchasing value key defined. The first reminder will go after 2 days. The second reminder will go after 7 days. Third reminder will go after 10 days. And also I mentioned tolerance key also. Now one important here. Okay. Suppose now you created an order to the vendor. The vendor is dispatched the stock within 5 days. He dispatched here. So after 2 days, one reminder is gone. Example. Okay. And second reminder when after 7 days. But 5th day you received the material. But after receiving the material also the reminder it will go to the vendor system. It's not professional. Okay. So the reminder. So the program is written in the system. Whenever you received the stock against this PO, automatically reminder will be stopped here. Automatically the reminder will be stopped here. Okay. Now what about this shipping instructions on tolerance limits here? 10%, 10% here. Okay. So here some materials. Okay. So here if I received sufficient quantity only, I can use in production. This is actually the nature of the material. So if I mention tolerance limits 10% here, 10% tolerance limits here. If I mention here, example, my order quantity is 100 pieces. Okay, if I mention under delivery tolerance limits 10% means, so against this 100 pieces, if vendors dispatch some 80 pieces, example, my system will not accept here. Why my system will not accept? Because you mentioned under delivery tolerance limits as 10% here. At least 90 pieces you need to receive from the client, vendor. Okay, otherwise my system will not accept here. This is called tolerance limits here. The same way over delivery tolerance limits also. So why we required, because of some material nature, if I received insufficient quantity, so which is not going to use. So unnecessarily my stock will be wasted. So for those kind of materials, you can mention tolerance limits also. The same way shipping instructions also. So who is going to create the shipping instructions? We have a couple of shipping instructions you can able to create. So suppose the particular material always I need to receive in box. So if vendor is giving without box, the material will be damaged. Okay, so some shipping instructions also I'll show you in further classes how to create shipping instructions. Okay, so this is about the purchasing value key. So where exactly we are in the purchasing view of the metal master. The purchasing view of the metal master. So we completed this purchasing value key. So GR processing onwards, so we'll discuss in tomorrow's session. Okay, Lakshmi and Rajesh, Babu, Yamuna, Yashasvi. Any questions from anybody? Is it clear for you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Rajesh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you all for joining session. So we'll meet tomorrow at the same time, same day. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Welcome.